My disabled classmate shut down a Karen in her tracks with 4 words. There was this kid, Ethan, who had Down syndrome. Teachers either loved him or hated him. He and I got along, but we weren't close. Ethan was brutally honest, but he didn't mean harm. Teachers thought he was trying to be a smart aleck, but he was just as blunt with us. Most kids didn't like him for that. There was another kid, Brandon, who was a real pain. He even punched me in the locker room once for my wallet. Brandon picked fights constantly. One day, he tried to pick one with Ethan, but Ethan just ripped into him verbally in front of Brandon's friends. He told Brandon that everyone knew about his rough home life, that his rap career wouldn't take off, and that his dad wasn't some big entrepreneur, just a guy who left. Brandon threatened Ethan, but Ethan said, "Hit a disabled kid, you're expelled. Not what your mom needs right now, honestly." I felt bad for Brandon for a second, but not much. He had knocked me out earlier that year. Brandon looked like he was going to cry while his friends laughed and cheered for Ethan. A few days later, Brandon's mom showed up at school, furious. Brandon had lied and told her Ethan called him the N-word, which wasn't true. She stormed into our P class, asked Brandon to point out Ethan, and then began screaming at him. She called him a racist and other things that 12-year-olds didn't understand, but it was obvious Brandon had exaggerated. Then Ethan just pinched his nose and said, "Lady, you smell." A bunch of us could smell her too. Never saw her again.